wish you a very happy church anniversary. We take this opportunity to thank our presbyter in charge, Dr. Reverend Kalsekar, for writing the script, Mrs. Kalsekar for directing it, and their son Pratik for the music. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. You are here to witness a celebration of womanhood who will showcase their talent and beauty to the world and get global recognition. It's an occasion for all those women who have dared to dream big and have stood tall amidst a global stage.
After screening hundreds of women from all parts of the world, we have shortlisted 6 finalists, and one of them is going to be Mrs. Biblical Beauty 2022. So let's give a big hand for all these gorgeous divas. Yes, I would like to call up on stage the 6 finalists for the day. Incidentally, they all happen to be Old Testament charming ladies from biblical era. Let me begin with the one and only mother of all, Mrs. Eve from Eden.
One who follows is a rich, wealthy lady who lived a lavish and comfortable life in the fertile land of Sodom and Gomorrah. Put your hands together for Mrs. Lot.
And now, the next I would like to call upon a lady with a natural glow, most attractive woman of her generation, Queen Esther from Babylon.
Next, we have a woman of immense faith and integrity, a lady with character, Ruth from Moab.
And the one to follow is a style icon, known for her sensuality and charm. She creates an aura around herself, Mrs. Delilah from Philistine.
Last but not the least, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the bold and the beautiful, none other than Mrs. Potiphar from Egypt. The final round is a question-answer round. Each one is expected to be honest in answering their questions.
Yes, so let's do it. Everybody ready? So first of all, give a big hand for all these gorgeous divas. And now we are beginning with the question-answer round. I would like to call upon contestant number 1, Mrs. Eve from Eden. And her question comes from the judge, Nita.
Good evening, Mrs. Eve. You're looking beautiful. My question to you is, tell us the one thing that you regret doing in your life.
Thank you for the question, ma'am. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. The one thing that I truly regret in my life is eating the fruit from the tree of knowledge. The devil deceived me and I was trapped. And he made me believe exactly opposite of what God had to say. God said, "Do not eat from this tree, for you shall surely die." But the devil said, "You can eat from the tree, you will not die." I believed the devil and I was trapped. My request to all of you this evening, ladies and gentlemen, is never ever believe the devil, for he is the father of liars. Thank you.
Thank you, very well said.
Question for the second contestant, Mrs. Lott. Your question comes from Judge Mrs. Tripti.
Good evening, Mrs. Lott. My question to you is, which is your favorite song and why?
My favorite song. I have decided to follow Jesus. I have decided to follow Jesus. I have decided to follow Jesus. No turning back, no turning back. I have suffered the dreadful consequences of turning back, and the angel of the Lord even warned me not to be distracted by the attractions of this sinful world. How I wish I had listened to him. My sincere advice to you is, do not turn back to the sinful attractions of this world. Never turn back to this world. Thank you.
Very well answered. Thank you.
And now, contestant number 3, Mrs. Esther from Babylon. And her question comes from Judge Sunita.
Good evening, Mrs. Esther. My question is, which was the most crucial moment of your life?
Thank you for your question. I vividly remember the day when the king issued a decree to execute all the Jews of the land. I needed to talk to the king urgently, but going into his presence without his consent meant death as a punishment. It was a critical and challenging moment, but I had to act. It was a matter of life and death. However, I stood for the Lord, met the king, and he revoked his orders. My message to you in difficult times and unfavorable seasons is, stand for the Lord, and he will make a way for you. Thank you.
Well answered.
Our next contestant number 4, Mrs. Ruth from Moab, and your question comes to you from Judge Priscilla.
Hello, Mrs. Ruth from Moab. Today your question for this evening is, can you tell us one word which describes the essence of a family?
Thank you for the question. I strongly believe the word which describes the essence of a family is trust. My whole family was shattered in those moments of despair and depression. I put my faith and trust in the Lord. I relied on my mother-in-law, so the Lord blessed me and prospered me. I urge you all to trust in the Lord at all times. Thank you.
Very well answered. Thank you. And now contestant number 5, Mrs. Delilah from Palestine, and her judges, Sheetal.
Hi, Delilah. Okay, so my question for you tonight is, what is the best quality that you think you have in you?
Thank you for your question. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My beauty is the best quality that I have, and I think that's the only quality that helped me to come this long in this contest. With my charm, I could tempt a mighty warrior like Samson, and he fell in my lap like a helpless child. But now I realize that beauty is deceptive and charm is fleeting, but the woman who fears the Lord is to be praised. So I appeal to all the beautiful and charming ladies sitting here, let your inner beauty, that is, fear of Lord, may outshine your outward beauty. Thank you.
Thank you, that was an awesome answer.
Last but not the least, contestant number 6, Mrs. Potiphar from Egypt. Your judge is Mrs. Renuka Balirao.
Good evening, Mrs. Potiphar. Your question for this evening is, tell us the greatest lesson that you have learned from your life.
Thank you. The greatest lesson that I have learned from my life is, you can fool yourself and you can fool the world, but you can never fool God. I tried to seduce the young and handsome Joseph. I looked for opportunities to cheat on my husband when no one was watching. But Joseph looked above, for he knew his God was watching him. My message to all of you this evening is, whenever you are tempted to sin in your secret, private life, do not look around as to who is looking at you. Rather, look above, look to God, for He is always looking down on you. Thank you.
Well said. So, ladies and gentlemen, once again a big round of applause for all these gorgeous divas and their brilliant answers. No, judges must be finding it so difficult to take a decision. But yes, ladies and gentlemen, now we have the results with us and judges have taken their decisions. Now, the second runner-up of this contest is, any guesses? Contestant number 1, Mrs. Eve. Congratulations, Eve. And now for the first runner-up. Again, any guesses? Keep guessing. Yes. It's contestant number 4, Mrs. Ruth from Moab. Congratulations, Ruth. And now that moment has come. Yes, the winner of this evening I won't take much time. Here we go. The winner of the title of Mrs. Biblical Beauty 2022. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for contestant number 3, Mrs. Esther from Bangalore. Congratulations to all three winners. And over to you.
Finally, I conclude Mrs. Biblical Beauty 2022 contest with a question asked by King Lemuel in Proverbs chapter 31, verse 10. Who can find a wife of noble character? She's worth far more than rubies. The heart of her husband trusts in her. He praises her and says, many women have done excellently, but you surpass them all. Charm is deceitful and beauty is vain, but a woman who fears the Lord is to be praised. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you.
It was really a wonderful performance. We were as if looking at a melodrama, and they did it so perfectly and fine, and they have taken a lot of efforts. Let us give